Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. We are inside Hotel Football, outside Old Trafford. Thank you to Hotel Football for having us here for the live stream. It's United against Wigan at Old Trafford in the FA Cup fourth round with an opportunity. It's the last 16 after this, isn't it? So it's a big opportunity for United to progress in another competition. We've already sealed one place at Wembley and another is on the line. The team news is in, and I am so happy right now because I've seen a few names on that team sheet that I really wanted to start today, and they are starting. Fosu-mensah starts, Marshall starts, Mkhitaryan starts, Mata starts, Rooney starts. It's a very strong team for United. The team is Sergio Romero, Fosu-mensah, Smalling, Rojo, Shaw, Fellaini, Schweinsteiger, Mkhitaryan, Mata, Marshall, and the captain Wayne Rooney up top. United with that team looks like a 4-2-3-1. Now Marshall and Luke Shaw have an opportunity down that left-hand side. Fosu-mensah has been given an opportunity down there. And of course, Bastian Schweinsteiger has given a start. Who would have thought that? Steve, what are your thoughts on the team?
That's what it lines up as on here, but I'm hearing that it might be Marshall up front actually with Rooney in the 10. Yeah. That's what I heard a couple of hours before kickoff. It's not written down that way on here, but
because you got football friends.
Got football friends, mate. Friends.
Football.
And I'm excited with that team. We said it just before we went on that Fellaini and Schweinsteiger, if we're going to get overrun in midfield, that's got such a little pace that's a worrying thing. That's the only worry is the pace of them in midfield. But we've got a lot of pace in the fullbacks. We've got a nice, solid centre-half partnership in those two. We're playing Wigan, mate. We're going to really struggle in the Championship. They've scored a couple of goals in the last few games, but beyond that, they've
won their last three, but they are in the relegation zone at the moment. I'm going to hit up some of the comments. Fosu-mensah at right back says, "It, dude." I hope you're happy about that. Abdullah says it's going to be 4-0 United. That's my prediction for today as well. Is Transabi on the bench? Has accepted. Transabi is on the bench. Ooh, Danish friend, says Taya. Whoever follows, no, I'm not reading that one. That's free publicity. Is the stream gone or something? People are saying broken and start it. Timmy, says Ryan. Timmy Fosu-mensah. Repeat the team news, please. I will do that. Team news is Romero in goal, Fosu-mensah at right back, Rojo and Smalling at centre half with Luke Shaw at the left-hand side. In the midfield, we got Fellaini and Bastian Schweinsteiger, Mata, Rooney, Marshall, and Mkhitaryan. That front four is very tasty. Fosu-mensah starting at right back has got a smile on my face. Luke Shaw starting at left back has got a smile on my face. Luke Shaw and Anthony Marshall need to take their opportunities today. They need to take their opportunities today. When Anthony Marshall was left out of the squad against Hull, I was a little bit worried. Now, look, I thought this is something like Mkhitaryan, like Luke Shaw. But I was worried about the way Marshall would react. You hear that he's happy to be at the team. You're happy that he's to be here at Man United, and he wants to fight for his place. He's got a chance to fight for his place today, as has Luke Shaw. If these two can play well, I think in the last couple of games, we've missed something down that left-hand side. And when Marshall has played, he's missed something behind him down that left-hand side. How good can Shaw and Marshall be for us together?
It's not just who's playing left wing, because it's a partnership. It's who's playing left fullback. In the formation that we play and in the system that we play overlapping fullbacks, and I think that's the sort of thing that you've really got to look at in the game like this. Look, Warren Joyce is going to bring two things if he brings nothing. He's going to wear shorts, right, regardless of the weather, and he's going to bring a team that's tight, compact, well-drilled, and knows what they're going to do. So they will be hard to break down. You do know that these are going to be difficult to break down. The early goal here is going to be absolutely key. If we get an early goal, I think we're going to be fine. But Warren Joyce knows how to frustrate. He knows how to harry. And I would not be surprised if it goes in at half-time 0-0. The early goal will be key to this. And if we get one in the first half, I think we could go and put 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 past them.
People want the bench in the comments. So the bench is Joel Pereira. Great to see him on the bench. David De Gea giving a weekend off. Daley Blind, Axel Transabi, and Herrera, Young, Ibrahimovic, and Rashford. So a mixture of youth and experience on the bench. The team news again: Romero, Fosu-mensah, Smalling, Rojo, Shaw, Fellaini, Schweinsteiger, Mickey, Mata, Marshall, and Rooney. I reckon Marshall's going to grab 2 today, you know.
Wouldn't shock me, to be honest, mate. I think, like I said a second ago, it's the early goal is going to be the real big thing here, because if you get an early goal, you're going to get more. But the longer it goes, the more they're going to frustrate, the more they're going to sink down and going to try.
4-1.
4-1. I said 7-1 in a preview because I said I'm sick of giving conservative guesses, so I just thought, let's go wild, mate. Let's go wild.
Isn't that what happens when you ask like your little 5-year-old brother what the score's going to be, and he's like 10-0?
So what about 7-1? What are you going to do?
Where's Lingard? That's a good question. Where is Lingard? Surprised he's not starting today.
No, I'm not. I'm seeing players that have been brought in, that have been rotated, and I think this team's pretty much what we sort of expected it to be, more or less. Glad that he's given Zlatan a rest, glad that he's given Carrick a rest, because I think there's a long season ahead of us, and those two are going to be massively key to it. Both of them playing well, as well as just playing, is going to be huge for us. So I'm excited. This is a good team. We're getting to see Fosu-mensah. What he's got to do now is do what he did last year, and absolutely shock everybody, and everyone going, oh my God, how good was he? He's got to start again. That's what he needs to do.
We've seen Wolves trouble Liverpool yesterday, knock them out. We've seen Wickham almost knock Spurs out. Have Wigan got an opportunity to do the same here?
They have got an opportunity to do the same here, but you've got to look at what the rotated sides are like. And would you say that our rotated sides as weak as the
Pogba's got the weekend off as well. Bloody hell, didn't realise that.
So is our rotated side as weak as everyone else's? You're looking at Fellaini and Schweinsteiger as a midfield pairing. That's a lot of experience. That's what we've brought in. We might have brought in one kid, but we brought in a lot of experience. Everybody else in that team's got a lot of first-team experience. So this isn't what Liverpool have done. This isn't what some of the other teams have done, like Spurs. They nearly got embarrassed yesterday. We've not done that. We have rotated the side. We have given fresh legs. But look at the people that we've brought in. We brought in Luke Shaw, hardly a poor player. We brought in Bastian Schweinsteiger, hardly a poor player. We brought in Fosu-mensah as the younger player, and the guy's got unlimited potential. We brought in Sergio Romero. We've not brought in a load of nobodies, and we're just like, yeah, let's just see what happens.
Loads of people in the comments saying Pogba, question mark, Pogba, is he injured? He's not injured to me. It looks like he's just been given a rest, which he thoroughly deserves. We've almost got 2,000 people in here. Mish is talking about my plastic mug. Listen, that was the finest in China, yeah? Finest China mug. And it'll be back on Tuesday. Deadline Daily. Oh, we got a Deadline Daily this week.
What day is it? Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. Is that
Deadline
me?
Daily. Are we in the office?
Me then? That'd be me then.
Me and the plastic mug. You're going to bring your purple dildo?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
I've got one in the office, actually.
The Wang says, how are we?
I'm all right. How are you, son? People say Marshall as the striker. I think it probably will be, you know. I can see it being Matt and Mkhitaryan as the wingers, with Rooney as the number 10 and Marshall ahead of him. And I think that might be a good thing. But you've got to remember that you're not going to get behind this Wigan team very easily. You're going to have to play in front of them. Getting behind them is going to be absolutely ninja because of the way that Warren Joyce is going to set them up. Don't expect that we're going to get behind these. These are going to sit tight. They're going to collapse that midfield onto the defence. They're going to leave one guy in our half and going to make it really difficult. That's what Warren Joyce does. He comes, he frustrates, he makes it hard. So the early goal here is key. If we get an early goal, we can smash them. The longer it goes, the more that I would fancy Wigan's chances, to be honest.
How did you wake up feeling this morning?
All right.
I set him up there and he just couldn't tap it home. That's the problem with people like Stephen Howson. Rooney will be the striker, says someone read. Artie FIFA says Bastian, finally. What Adam is drinking, it is Guinness. It's not in a Guinness glass, but it is Guinness, I hope. Fosu should be CDM, says Paul Lucas. Now, have you got a problem with him playing? I know he's preferred position centrally, but have you got a problem with him playing right back?
No, I'm happy he's getting games. Ultimately, I think
should have been given more, right?
Jose's gone for the experience with Fellaini and Schweinsteiger in centre mid as he's rotated this side. I think it's hard to play someone in such a key position like that when they're so young. Jose needs to learn to trust him, and he's going to learn to trust him by giving him 90 minutes.
It's similar to Marshall and Rashford playing out wide, isn't it?
I think a little bit, yeah, it is a little bit, yeah. He's got to learn to trust him. This is his first start under Jose Mourinho, remember, right? So let's not run before we can walk. He's going to play today. I think he's going to smash it because he's that good a player. And then you might see him brought in a couple more times as Tony Valencia maybe needs a rest at right back. If he makes him then an option at right back, he knows that Fosu-mensah wants to play centre mid. That was why he signed the new contract, supposedly, that he signed it on the basis that he would be seen as a midfield player. So he's going to give him some minutes at right back where it's easy to give him minutes, and then he's going to probably, hopefully, later on in the season, start trying him in centre mid. And I've got no doubts whatsoever that when he gets the opportunity, Fosu-mensah will cement his place as a first-team squad member at Manchester United. He's that good. He's that good.
Team news again for you guys is Romero in goal. Then we got Fosu-mensah and, of course, Fosu-mensah. And who's the other fullback? Shaw. I forgot about Luke Shaw. How can I forget about Luke Shaw? And we got Smalling and Rojo, Fellaini and Bastian Schweinsteiger, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Marshall, Wayne Rooney. Hat-trick for Marshall. Shoaib, Pogba's on the bench. Not on the bench, sorry, he's out of the team. Joshua, I just gave you the team. Habib says he agrees, 7-1.
7-1, well, put a quid on it, mate, because that's going to be mental odds. I don't think it will be 7-1, but I just thought I'd predict something like a 7-1. The fullbacks are going to be key. That's going to be the width that we're going to get from the team today because they're going to force us to play quite narrow. The fullbacks are going to be pushed so far up. I would expect Bastien to sit, and I would expect the two centre-halves to make like a little bit of a free, and then everybody else is going to be hell-bent on attacking and pouring forward. We might get an early goal, and then we might get several, but it's going to be interesting to find out how this all plays out. Timothy Fosu-mensah, mate. And if you want to know more about Axel Tuanzebe, you don't have a clue who he is, then go and check out the video that we've done. It's on the channel. I think it's the second video. If you search Axel Tuanzebe, it's a full-time Devils video. Me and Tony Part telling you all you need to know about him. So go check that out once you finish this.
Producer Chris telling me Sutton have scored and it's 1-0. It's funny because normally producer Chris tells me, don't watch the TV. No one wants to see you watching TV. But when Leeds concede, producer Chris is happy.
And only the right thing, actually, as well, because they had a perfectly good goal disallowed early on for offside, and that's bullshit. So well done, Sutton.
Well, I'll put Leeds in my acca. What an idiot. Guys, the team news again before we shoot and head over to Facebook is Romero in goal, Rojo Smalling at centre-half, Luke Shaw and Fosu-mensah at right-back. Then we've got, Luke Shaw's not at right-back as well. Guys, the team news is Sergio Romero in goal, Fosu-mensah, and of course Luke Shaw, Smalling, Rojo, Fellaini, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Marshall, Wayne Rooney up top. I'm going for a 4-0 United win. Steve's going for 7-1, incredibly. He's going back to a throwback against Roma, innit? Anyway, we're going to get out of here, but we'll be back later with fan cams and all that good stuff. Follow us on Snapchat, FT Devils, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, at Fulltime Devils, and hashtag Matchday Matt. Get involved, we're out of here.